Well, good morning, happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another live stream coming at you from the V1 HQ here in North Texas. A little bit different. This is not a 737. We've been hounding the 73. I love it. We're going to fly it later today, but we need to do a mental health break, and nothing like flying one of the most advanced, and I'll be honest with you, this might be the best prop-driven airplane on the platform. I love all the Blacksquare stuff, the Dukes, the Barons. I flew the Aerostar last night a little bit. There's some really great prop aircraft in the sim. I don't know. I think this airplane is the best. It is the pinnacle. It is the Fenix of all things GA and prop-driven. It is just so meticulously crafted. It's a wonderful airplane, and hopefully I'll scratch the surface a little bit today on this flight. I haven't flown it in quite some time, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty, but I'm going to try my best to kind of get around and show you guys some little features. I know we're going to be using some terrain mapping today because we don't have any approaches where we're going, but we're going to take a little winter vacation. We're hitting here in Petersburg or Stewart, and we're headed up to another airport that I found that looked really interesting, had an amazing scenic view. I was actually going to reverse the direction of flight, but the weather was rainy and like sleeting up there and super low vis, so we weren't going to be able to get in, so I had to like flip the direction, or I changed the destination essentially is what I did. I wound the time back, so hopefully by the time we get there the weather will be clearing out, but right now it was just super low vis, so I didn't want to blast off out of there, but it should be a fun one. Joe Plains, what's up? Good to see you, man. Mr. Iceman's in the house. We got Bud Zeke, thank you for the $10 super chat. Cafe con leche on me today. Thank you, Bud Zeke. Appreciate you. Glad to have you here live on a live stream together. I know you said you watched a lot of the content, and now you get to be here live. Appreciate that. Blacksquare, love indeed. Thank you so much, man, for the support. Appreciate that. Callie Simmer's in the house. Callie Simmer, how you doing, Callie? It was really hard for me not to fly West Coast again this morning. I saw low vis again. LA is getting some good fog these mornings, but I knew I wouldn't hear the end of it from chat if we did another West Coast flight. So we're up here, still West Coast, but we're up here in Canada. So it should be pretty fun. Don Dre, what's up, man? Good to see you. Chili Starship and coffee. What a life, indeed. Chili Starship and coffee. We got Barry Seal here ready to rock and roll. T-Tut Company with the $5 super chat as well. Can I watch the stream, or is that for Pro Pilots only too? Today is my last day of work in 2025. I can't wait. Hey, T-Tut Company, that is fantastic, dude. Well, hope you get to enjoy the rest of the month simming and flying whatever you enjoy to fly. I know the NG's dropping tomorrow, flying Starship, whatever it may be, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate the $5 super chat. What a way to kick off your holiday season, man. Get the next couple weeks off. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alpha Mike, thanks for the 28 months, or excuse me, for the Alpha Mike 28. Thanks for the 43 months of support. Love me some GA. Absolutely, Alpha Mike. Well, I hope you enjoy this one. I do apologize. We didn't fly GA last night, guys. I spent, so real quick before we get started, it's kind of a short flight. But last night, after the stream, I ended up flying the Bonanza, the Baron, the Turbine Bonanza, which I have a PT6 itch right now. So that's why that's part of the reason we're in the Starship. Turbine Bonanza, Baron. I flew the Aerostar, the latest and greatest. Guys, we got to talk about the Aerostar. The model, the textures look great. They really worked on the gauges. The panel looks great. There's just something hollow about the sounds, and it bothers me. And I was like, okay, is it just me? So then I hopped into the Duke real quick, fired up the Duke, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's just completely different. I don't know what it is about the sound set. Maybe that's what the Aerostar sounds like. So I wasn't getting motivated, but it looks really good. And final release date, 2024 model. It flew nice. But yeah, I flew all these airplanes. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to fly. So I ended up wasting 4 hours. And then my son got he's been sick all week, same with all the other kids. And he got really bad last night. So we took him into the doctor. So I ended up just canning that whole stream. So I do apologize that we didn't get that one kicked off last night. I really am going to shoot for today's second stream with the 737. And I really want to do some career mode stuff. We'll talk about that in cruise too. But enough of that. Let's see if we can get this airplane fired up there. Aerostar is what they use in American made? Yes, it is. It is. Tut Company, exactly. And that's why I want to fly it. I maybe it's just the Aerostar as an airplane that I'm not motivated about. I know it's got some really cool modeling with persistent cockpit staving and the additional modeling of the cylinders. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. With the external engine model and stuff. I mean, there's no denying that it's got some fantastic modeling. I just, for some reason, I have a hard time to be excited about it. And that's not a knock on Aerostar. That's just my personal preference. So we probably still will look at it. Here's a pro tip, guys. When I was getting this airplane ready, I forgot to remove the gear pins. The gear won't come up if you don't remove the gear pins. So make sure you remove the gear pins, all right? That was as I was getting ready to make a thumbnail. Let's go ahead and I wish I could get rid of these vehicles over here. I really want to get rid of these guys. I don't know. Is there any way to get rid of those types of vehicles here? Look at that. The Starship enters. So anyway, enough about everything else. Let's go ahead and enjoy our Starship flight. We'll go ahead and pull chocks as well when we do our walk around here. This airplane, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Sweet livery here. This is Haida? I can't remember how they pronounce it. Really cool livery, representing the indigenous peoples of this part of the world, Pacific Northwest, Canada and Alaska. So really neat. But this airplane, guys, there is so much to it with the systems, and the systems are one thing, but everything combined, the whole package, whether it's the model, the history of the Starship, what the Starship actually meant and means currently, the way it flies. I mean, it's a beautiful, it's a whole experience when you get in the Starship. And I know it's a lot of people are like, what is a Starship? I don't even know what a Starship is. And I say it's not very popular. There's only less than 5 of them still flying. So it's a very rare airframe, but it is very unique. And it was so far ahead of its time. It essentially was going to kill the King Air, but it was so far ahead that it just didn't. But here we are anyway, rocking and rolling. What do we have here? Virtual Flight Diaries. My goodness, man, dropping a 20 gifted sub bomb. So much appreciate that. What a way to spread the holiday cheer here for Virtual Flight Diaries. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. We always say here on the channel, if you get a gifted membership during a GA stream, it's a little extra special. So thank you, VFD. Appreciate you, my man. Very, very kind. All right, let's do some weight and balancing here, and actually we'll pull the we got to pull this control lock out as well. Yoke is working. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and take a look at our payload situation. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit more weight up in the front. We'll just go 200 and 200. That's 400 pounds. We've already got a couple packs in the back. Let's add a couple of light packs in the back as well. All right, that brings us 11.8. Fuel, so it's only... Here's a problem. Our fuel going up there, if we can't get in, I'm concerned about an alternate. We don't have one filed, but we're going to need to bring a little bit extra juice. If I look at my SkyVector plan, it was 192 miles to get there. So we've got plenty of fuel with that. But let's I tell you what, let's go 80 aside. Just a little extra in case we got to burn some more. We'll go 80 aside there. That gives us 1.8 hours of endurance. Should be plenty. We don't want to be too heavy because this runway is not the longest runway in the system either. We're actually pushing the limits here. We're going to do a short field takeoff on this puppy as well. So there's our weight and balance. We're locked and loaded. Left and right engines 99% because I did a little oopsie earlier. Everything is good. Failures are on 2X. And with that done, we can go ahead and put you away. And one more thing. We got to connect the ground power. Let's go ahead and connect the ground power. It's part of the experience. It's so awesome. Listen, I feel like we're actually getting fired up here. What's up, Chicken Wing? Good to see you, my man. I know, I usually do 5X, but not on the Starship, man. Not on the Starship. She's my baby. So let's go ahead and get her juiced up here. Battery switch. Make sure the sounds are on. And ground power. And I'm going to close the cockpit, or this right now, just because it's cold out there. And I want to listen to the sights and sounds of ICAST boot up, because it is truly special. All right. Why we get? I don't want you on there. Get off there. Alt F. All right. We've got ground power connected, and let's go ahead and yeah, we got ground power connected, and let's get some cockpit lights on. Master light switch. There we go. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and get some fans on. So we're going to get the ICAS. Listen to this. I love it. ICAS is going to boot up. We'll get the avionics alternate blower on as well. We can get the standby displays on. We can also get standby pumps on. We can get the, since we have ground power, we can actually go avionics, integrated pilot avionics on. That'll help. We can run some checklists with that. Or no, we got to go co-pilot it. We'll get them all on ground power for now. It's fine. And we've got, we're not going to have any heat, so it's going to be cold in here until we get everything completely booted up. Ooh, yeah, that's a little bright though. That's the juice we want right there. Have checked out Go Fish. I have not yet. Virtual Flight Diaries. I looked at it. I was real close. I was real close to getting Go Fish. It's expensive, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I wanted to do one of those fly-ins as well. You know, one of the fly-in parallel 42 things. We're going to get normal procedures up, any key to continue before starting engines, and we're going to do it on, we're actually going to, yeah, we'll do an external power start since it's super cold, but I'm going to go ahead and run through a little bit of a flow situation here. So I'm going to actually come up to the top. We've got no smoking. We'll get the nav lights on. We already did our cockpit displays up there. Let's go ahead and get the oxygen system on. We'll get anti-skid. We got the standby pumps on, alternate, that's fine. That's all off. Really cold in here, 4C. Magic Barrel Ref will update you. That is set. And let's go ahead and run through here. So we're going to do a couple, we're going to skip a couple of things. Prop levers are in feather. ICAS, that's off. That's actually engine starting pit power, so oops, go back. 4 starting engines is what I wanted. Circuit breakers left and right will make sure that they are all in. Yeah, they are all in. Okay, I thought that one was popped. Alright, circuit breakers are all in. Street belt short haulers parking brake is... Oh no, we disconnected from ground power because I released the parking brake. Son of a gun. Don't want to do that. Self-test in progress. Highball, that's what I want to do. A V1 fly-in. That's exactly what I want to do, man. Alright, let's go back to that. Before starting engines. There we go. It saved our progress. Audio is required. Static source is norm. Oxygen supply. We pulled that on. Oxygen mask. Test. Love it. Ice protection is off. Landing gear is down. Anti-skid is anti-skid. Reversionary panel as required. Standby instruments are on. No flags. That checks out. Battery power limited. Idle. Power levers. They are idle. Fuel cut off. Bleed air's off. Battery's on. Check our bus volts and amps. So battery, we got 28 volts. That looks good. Nothing down there. Let's go. ICAS is on. Firewall fuel valves. Normally we would push these, pull those out, extinguish the lights, etc. We're going to skip that. Standby pumps back to off. So we're going to skip that for right now. We would do the alternate fuel flow left and right test. We're going to skip that. Avionics air fail message is not illuminated because we have the alternate blower on. Avionics blower off. We'll turn you off. Avionics alternate blower extinguishes. There we go. And fuel quantity total in check. We've got 552, 552, and they're balanced, so that looks good. Fuel temp -6, lights as required. All right, wonderful. So checklist complete. We got to reinitialize all data, initialize all data. Wonderful. So technically, since we're on a GPU, we can start with everything running. So that's what we're gonna, with our, I think we can start with our avionics running, right? Yeah, it doesn't say to, oh, ICAS and Copilot avionics off. But then how do you know? My thing is, how do you know where your temps are with the ICAS? So we're going to do pilot displays off, and we'll do Copilot off. We'll leave the ICAS on, and we're going to go ahead and get it ready for start. We'll get the anti-collision up and running, and we'll open up the door because it's way better to start up like this. And actually, I want to come over here, Shift X. Who's ready? Let's go ahead and crank him up. So now I know it says to do feather for start, but we're actually going to run them forward because I prefer the way it sounds with them in forward cutoff. The reason you'd start them in feather here, you have guaranteed flow, or you have guaranteed power essentially with the GPU. And you don't want the props running while you go under the wing to disconnect it. So to mitigate that, we'll start them. We'll start them in forward, but we'll start number 2 first, so we can get the ground crew out there to disconnect. So we'll start number 2 first on this one. All right, beacon's on. Shh. This is why I wanted to fly Starship. I mean, this is as good as it gets right here. Shh, 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 shh. Did you hear the GPU with the GPU loading? Isn't that great? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go high idle. Oh, I forgot to turn the starter off at 50%. We'll start the other one from inside. We'll do a proper start. We're going to go high idle. We're going to go right generator on. All right, I'm going to disconnect from external power. And we'll walk outside. Get rid of that. Now we can go back inside, close the door. Nah, screw it. Let's start number 1 with the door open. What the hell? There we go, number 1. So we're high idle. Let's go ahead and start number 1. There's our light off. Starter off. Stabilize. Left gen, reset and on. Bring it back down to low idle. Alright, now let's go ahead and close the doors. And now we can boot everything else up. Let's get Copilot, avionics, that's all coming back on. Left gen, right gen, that looks good. External power is completely disconnected. Wonderful. Normal procedures. We'll go back to this. We're going to go down before taxi. We'll get everything else fired up here. That's all good. We'll get bleed air to both. Let's go ahead and get this on. Let's go auto temp. That looks good. Auto feathers off, that's normal. Alright, let's go ahead and run through this. Pilot, co-pilot avionics on. We're going to initialize this. All data okay. Initialize all data okay. Bleed reverse both. Blower set. Temp mode auto. Lights as required. Cabin lights, furnishings, no smoking. Seatbelt sign. I'll throw you on. Love it. Pilot, co-pilot instruments. Magic barrel ref has been updated. Flap forward wing. We're going to hold you right there. So we're going to set altitude of 240. And we're going to set our pressurization. Oh, it actually saved where I had it in test flight 250, which is 1,000 above. That checks. We got to do a quick little flight plan. Aviation, dude. I don't know why my alerts aren't going off. I don't hear the alerts going off on YouTube, guys. I apologize, I didn't hear that. So, but thank you, Aviation Dude, for the 5 gifted subs. Hey, did you end up picking up the? Picking up the? What's it called? Pilot autopilot panel. Come on, did you? I bet you did. All right, return to the center. We'll get IFR clearance here in a minute, but we need to go ahead and enter our route of flight. And I gotta remind myself of the flight plan here real quick. It's CYPS to here. So we're gonna keyboard CYPS, enter. Airport. All right, and then here our next waypoint is H-E-I-R-E. H-E-I-R-E. Enter. All right, and then after that, next waypoint is, we're going to do it T9 style, which is just so cool to see. CYBD is the destination. So how we do that, we're going to look for C, hit letter, C, letter, CY, B, T9 texting, CYBD. Love it. Enter. All right. Okay. End flight plan. And then 2 higher CYBD. That looks good.
United 1449. Contact Seattle Center 125.1.
All right. With that done. Oh, nope. I got the heat on. Cabin heat's on. We're coming up, my man. We're coming up. It's an auto. I've got you. I've got it coming up. We'll be fine. Let's go ahead and extend forward wing. Putting my fishing request for the Blackbird SR-71 stream. Firefly, thanks for the $5 super chat. Ooh, man, SR-71. We'll have to. I'll take a look at it, man. My thing with I don't know. I don't have a huge fascination with military aircraft in civilian sims. You know, I don't get super motivated for that. But I will definitely take a look at it. I won't let you down, my man. I'll take a look at it. Let's go ahead and request IFR clearance here real quick.
November 357.
I'm going to go nav source FMS1. Keep that in HSI.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, Vancouver Center. Expect runway 06. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors airy. Squawk 5 442.
Expect runway 06. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors airy. Squawk 5442. November 357, Bravo Sierra.
November 357, Bravo Sierra. Read back correct. Starter taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 06.
Hold short runway 06. You bought it last night, Aviation,
taxi
dude?
At
Nice.
discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 06. November 357, Bravo Sierra.
All right, we're good to go. Runway 06. We'll hold short of 06.
WestJet 102.
We'll do our
Contact
final
Vancouver
items.
Center 135.0. Have a good morning. Center on 135.0.
All right, let's go. Hold the brakes. Let's get our taxi light on. Taxi through these vehicles. I don't know why they're always there. here. You know what? There's snow on the ground. We should probably get our ice protection. What's it called? Their vane on. All right, let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Trim we're going to set for takeoff. Green band. I like it on the forward side of the green band right about there. That looks good. All right, before we take off, we're going to hold tight on the pitot tubes. We get stall warning, windshield to low. Vent cable, we're going to skip all that right now. Okay, so let's run through this. Enunciators, we're going to do that. Surface de-ice as required. Pressurization is 1,000 above. Rate knob is at the 10 o'clock position right here. Let's actually, I'll leave that right now. Manual cabin norm full, check and set. Autopilot, we're going to skip the autopilot test. We know it works. Flap forward wing is desired. Flight controls are free and correct. Auto feathers, arm, standby altimeter is synced and set 2955. Flight engine displays check, roll on the green. Ignition auto feather light is off. That is normal. Back to the index page, normal procedures, final items, window heats, ice protection, bleed air, both, transponder, annunciators, ICAS, cockpit lights, engine auto ignitions, generators checked, rudder, green, and center. All right, cool. Radar up. We're going to go radar control. We're going to go ahead and weather and turb. 50 miles. Ground mapping mode. For now, heading is going to be runway 06. Spin that around. And let's give them a call ready to go.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, short of 06, holding for release.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1600 Zulu. If not off by 1600 Zulu, contact. No later than 1610 Zulu. Time now, 1540 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
All right.
Released for departure, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Let's do it.
Morningstar 8071, contact Seattle Center 125.1. Contact Seattle Center 125.1, Morningstar 8071.
Get those likes up before departure. That's right, Zach. If you want to see more Starship.
SkyWest 331.
All right, auto feather
Contact Seattle Center
is
125.1. Bye-bye.
armed. Auto feathers armed. Keto heats are on. Window heats on low. We're ready to go. Recycle my flight director. Roll GA set. Oh man, this must be a glider airport. There's no gliders in here. Imagine gliding around here. I did see on the radar map that it seems to be very turbulent up aloft, so we can expect some moderate turbulence on our departure. We're gonna have to watch out for that. A little bit. Can I back up? Probably not recommended for Starship, is it? Nope. All right, well, we're just going to have to send it from here. Yep, nav source set is to FMS1. Heading is set. 060. Let's go. Idle. I don't know why. I think we do that right now. I can't remember, so I'm going to do it anyway. All right, run up the torque. Nice and easy on the props. Brakes released. Momentary overspeed, that's fine. Get power set. Airspeed's alive. back those torpedoes just a hair. That's normal. Get her off. There she goes. Up we go. Fly with. Not a whole lot of room to play with there. Master caution pitot heat. That was almost an abort, but we no aborting on that one. That's because we had the pitot heats on with no airflow. We were sitting out on the ramp. Out of runway remaining, get the forward wing in. We need to climb. Trying to maintain about 135 there. Get up above these mountains. We're going to maintain this heading. We're going to have to fly through this valley here. We can also put our headset on. We're going to kind of just stay in the valley here. We'll call them airborne in about another 200 feet. And then we're going to have to turn around on course, but we need to get, let's see, 8 knots already. It's probably going to pick up here as soon as we get above those peaks. All right, let's give him a call.
Vancouver Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra, 5,000
I can already feel the
feet.
turbulence starting.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, reset transponder.
Oh,
Squawk
shoot.
5442.
Forgot to do the transponder.
Squawk 5442, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Oh, how do I turn it on? There we go.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, Vancouver Center. Good morning, radar contact. Climb to flight level 300.
There we go. I didn't want to keep
Climb to flight
300.
level 300, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
We're not going to go to 300, but there we go. Up we go. It's a little too quiet. Do that. We'll just turn down that. All right, I think we can start making our left turn here. And we can go ahead and we'll leave the prop 1700. That's fine. Wow. We're going to make it a left 270 all the way back around. And we'll redirect. Keep pitching up there about 180. You don't need to be going any faster than that. Oh, yeah, I can feel the turbulence already. Here we go. I'm going to go direct to higher. Reset the line. We don't need this anymore, so let's go index plan map, display. So if we can keep climbing above all this, we may have to get up above 24, see what the turbulence is doing. Sky is looking beautiful right now. Yep, there's the turbulence. Here we go. We'll take hitting 300. We'll just recenter the line ourselves. And now out of 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and get you off, you off. We're going to leave the seatbelt sign on for now. And I'm going to go profile climb mode. So we're going to get our yaw damper autopilot and heading and IAS prof climb. And we can feel the bumps already.
Morningstar 8072.
All right.
Vancouver Center, expect Duxham 6, runway
Lower left button on the R2 to switch to sim. Yeah, I got it. I forget all this stuff, man. I forgot all this stuff. Radar. No, I want. I like you in HSI, but what I want to do is radar control, weather turb. Let's throw you on, zoom you out. 150. That's fine. Only quite 150 miles. 100 miles. That looks good. Tilt you down about 0.8. There's 18,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and pull standard Barrow, 2992. How's our pressurization doing? 250. We should be at 2,500 cabin altitude. We're looking good. If it's bumpy, actually, she gave us 30. Can we get to 30? Let's go to 30. Screw it. Let's go all the way up to 30. I think 24 might still be bumpy. I filed 30, but can we get to 30? I think we can. Yeah, we'll file 31. We'll put 31 right there. And cabin's going back up. My goodness, we had some more. Jay Paulman dropping 20 gifted subs. Why is the, I gotta figure this out, man. I don't know why. My, alert box is not giving me any audio, man. I do apologize. Thank you, Jay Paulman, though. I appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. I'll be able to pay a little bit more attention to chat now. It's like I said, this airplane demands demands excellence, which we are not going to be very excellent, but we're trying here. Here we go. We are in FMS nav now. We can take a look at our torque. We can push those back up. Oh, rad. If this was available in career mode, it'd be awesome. We're going to talk about career mode today because I have some questions, and I also want to ask you guys some things. Because I want to fly it again. There's been a lot of changes. 850 is red line temp, so let's go ahead and bring you down. Keep her in the amber for now. Is it 1600 in climb, Tutko? I thought it was, I thought we'd keep them full forward till we get up to our cruise. Alright, so we'll bring torque down a little bit more. And we'll bring our props back 1600. I know that's the noise abatement setting. That's what the blue tick mark is. I do like green. Alright, 1600. 844 on the temps. We're looking good. Look at that view, though. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love this livery. This livery is sweet. Look at the checklist. Nah, ain't nobody got time for a checklist, man. All right, 1,000 to go. Watch the temp on number 2. And actually, we would auto feather off. That. Zoom the range out. A little bit of weather out there, nothing crazy. Radar tilt. 0.4. Alright, leveling 300. Checklist says stare at the purple atmosphere. Exactly, Twiff Osp. Ba-da-ba. Checklist. Normal. I guess, yeah. Cruise. Climb power or cruise torque 840. 97, 840, 1600. Auto feather light test required engine display monitor. Alright, checklist complete. Back to radar. And seems like a smooth analysis. Oops, seatbelt sign. Smoke them if you got them. This is
Vancouver Center, Pasco Charlie Whiskey, 1,900 feet.
I mean, look at that.
Pasco Charlie Whiskey, Vancouver Center identified.
I can't get enough of it, man. Got to get back to Starship. I forgot what I was missing. Zach Dill, indeed, man. I mean, that's. I'm gonna turn sim down just a little bit more. It's just so nice to break up the airliner flying. And the Starship, I had to fly it last night to get. You can see it's still a little bumpy, just to refamiliarize myself. But there is so much more to do in here that you can do with this airplane. In terms of creating your own VORs, you can use the side stick here, the little dauber to. I mean, it's unbelievable at what's modeled, and I've forgotten more than I probably will ever know about this airplane already. Because it's just, I remember learning about it with Nick, but I still was just scratching the surface. Why are you not seeing? There we go. And now I've forgotten a lot of it. Well, we're looking good. We're going to speed up here. TAS 321. Ground speed is 277. About to make a turn. Let's go outside because I want to see this turn here with the purple horizon. I mean, this is out of a commercial right now. Still bumpy, though, just like it was predicted. Denver is red flag today as well, calling for gusts to 90. Really? That's not good. Yes, yes. Incredible. The wing flex, I know, D-Doom. The wing flex on this thing is awesome. Could have done my flight planning in here. That's alright. We take off from CYPS. I even forget our route again. Yeah, CYPS to CYVD. We're going out here to a waypoint, but I don't know, this weather over here is not looking too hot. Again, that's why I had to flip-flop the departure because I wasn't going to take off in zero viz. If you could only buy one, get the Piston Duke, says Zach. Who is asking? Jay Borsel. I'm to keep debating the Piston Duke, Turboprop Duke, or the Aerostar. Well, man, the Dukes are incredible.
Bravo Sierra, contact Vancouver Center 13 for decimal 0.
The Piston Duke is probably going to keep you the most busy. If you want to be busy, the Piston Duke is probably going to keep you the most busy. Now, if there's also the Baron that was recently released. Now they're all up to the same standard, but the newest releases are the Baron and the Bonanza. So if you're looking for a twin, the Baron is also a good option. But it's a little bit more tame just because the Duke has better performance And oh, here's our turn. And if you're not on top of the Duke, you can get yourself in trouble really fast. But that's what makes it fun to fly, I think.
November 357, Bravo Sierra. Turn left, heading 290, vectors for Bella Coola. Expect further clearance in about 7 miles.
Turn left, heading 290, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Baron is the better twin to learn on. That it is a better twin to learn on. I would
November
agree.
357, Bravo Sierra. Contact Vancouver Center. 135.05.
So we are 156 out.
135.05, November 357, Bravo Sierra. Have a good morning. Vancouver Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra. Good morning, flight level 300.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, Vancouver Center. Radar contact.
Oh, here comes turbulence. Vancouver Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra, getting moderate turbulence, flight level 300. I love the Duke, but it's way too much for me. The Baron is perfect. There you go. See, and that's another. See, that's what I was saying. That's a great
November 357,
just example of like
Bravo
if
Sierra,
you
Roger, thanks for the
people are
pyro.
going to want everyone's going to want something different. So if you are starving to be busy and potentially behind, the Piston Duke is going to be it will demand respect. This airplane demands excellence. The Dukes demand respect. But the Barons are, it's not to say that the Baron's a slouch. The Barons are phenomenal too. They are phenomenal. But if you go with like the naturally aspirated Baron, you kind of get a little less performance out of it, a little bit more docile to handle. Now, if you really are feeling wild, the Turbine Duke will, I mean, that's for those of you that like flying around Mach 2 with your hair on fire. This is Turbine Duke, because that thing is just, it's easier to manage in terms of engines for sure, because it's a PT6, but you will be doing a lot of control inputs in the Turbine Duke, just because the amount of power that you have is excessive. So you're going to be moving your power levers more than you're probably accustomed to. You're going to be really manipulating the yoke more than you're accustomed to, just because you're going to get to altitude faster, you're going to speed up faster. But it's they're all wonderful airplanes, man. You will not be disappointed with anything you buy. Bonanza with the tip tanks is growing. I love the tip. I love them all, man. I mean, I can't. It's Sophie's choice, man. I cannot pick one and say it's my favorite anymore. I will say though that the Turbine Bonanza is also, it's finding a special place in my heart, man. Last night I messed with it, and it's like the TBM. I actually got the TBM up and running. I like it, but I didn't realize how much I like the PT6 sounds on the Boris sounds better than the TBM default sounds, because the TBM, that's its only downside, is while it's up to Blacksquare standards with everything else, it still runs off the default TBM sounds for the engine, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it still piggybacks off some of the default sounds. Now, it has a lot of custom sounds with it, but at this point, I would rather fly. Whoa! I would rather fly. Seatbelt signs coming on. I'd rather fly the Bonanza turbine. The Duke in VR is probably the best flight sim experience you've ever had. That's pretty sweet. I haven't done any VR stuff in the Duke. I remember trying to leave and couldn't because there was trees on the road every direction. Seattle got hit. Really? Seattle got hit hard last night with it? Jeez. Oh my goodness. There was no it was just wind though, right? I'm looking at the flight tracker here. Oh wow, it's really cool on Volanta on the tracker. Our airplane symbol is a starship. That's pretty cool. That just looks too good. The new Fokkers are going to be awesome. 75 to 85 mile an hour guess? Oh, that's child play, man. No, that's pretty rough. It's like Texas weather, man. This is real life, Bud Zeke, right here. This is what real life dreams are made of. Look at this shot. I'm going to take a screenshot. That might be my new desktop background. Right there. Let me give you guys the full experience. Awesome. Just finished IFR training flight IRL. I'm loving that it's all for your thanks, or I'm loving it. That's for all your advice and guidance. Big Sesh, that's awesome, man. You're liking the IFR flying, huh? Jet time ops next time? Jet time ops. Somebody asked about that last time. No, probably not. I think we're doing Argentina. So I want to do a departure. We're going to do the 7-3 out of Ushuaia tonight. But I have it labeled as Good Morning Argentina because I wanted to do a morning flight. I'm thinking of doing a night flight, but there's not much city lights to see over there in Argentina, is there? Especially where we are. Now, if we went up to like Brazil and stuff, that would be pretty cool. Do a Brazil night flight. I want to do some more night flights in major cities with Sim Update 4 because it does look incredible. This looks like default X-Plane. Oh, get out of here. Default X-Plane could never. Default X-Plane could never. Oh, what did I just hit? Oh, what happened? Get control of it. Get control of it. I think I have something bound that I shouldn't have bound. My trim just went full nose forward. What? Get control of it. Get control.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, you were assigned flight level 300. I show you at flight level 311.
Yeah.
Descend to flight level 300.
What? There we go. I got my trim back under control here.
Flight level 300, November 357.
We're coming back down. We're coming back down. What did I hit? I hit something with drone cam. Okay, note to self, my bindings for drone cam are not good. I need to fix drone cam bindings. Wow, runaway trim.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, Vancouver Center, expect radar vectors, runway 23.
Imagine we can expect that. All right, get her back under control here. Let's get back down to 300. Wow. That was not cool. That is a definite problem. I gotta see, let me make sure my yoke stayed connected actually on that, because I'm not even sure. Yeah, everything's fine there, so. Alright, let's get our flight directors. Let's get our heading bug synced. We can do heading mode. And let me come back down here. Let's go autopilot back on. We're in heading mode. Altitude capture. Back to nav. FMS1 altitudes capture. AP is engaged. 500 feet to go. I got solar flared. Wow. Vodka, what's up, man? I'll tell you, this control scheme is a disaster. It's not, dude. Vodka, it feels like it right now, but I promise you, once you get used to it, it's way better than 2020. I promise you. It's just, it's you got to start fresh, and it's going to be frustrating understanding it right out of the gate, but I promise you, man, it'll get better. Dude, remember I raged for like 2 days just on the control binding situation? So I'm right there with you. I know where you're coming from, but you will get better, I promise. What the heck is that? Are we just getting wind? I'm actually kind of at a loss for words right now. Oh! I can't, like...
November 357, Bravo Sierra, you were assigned flight level 300.
What is happening?
I show you at flight level 288, climb to flight level 300.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead.
Climb to flight level 300.
I don't need you in my life right now. I wonder if if we're just getting severe turbulence. My goodness. I'm not in live weather. I'm in, I actually have historical weather on. Let's descend down to 24. I'm going to get rid of ATC. Let's come down to 240. Cycle the flight director. I wonder if we're just getting massive turbulence. See, look, I'm not touching anything. We're getting rocked. We're gonna have to fly this. Let's keep coming down. Left ignition is on because the left torque is below the required thing, if that makes sense. What a great answer, wasn't it? I'm gonna just keep trickling down. We're gonna keep speed here about 180. I'm gonna keep hand flying. I'm gonna just keep hand flying here, see if we can hit anything else. Hit anything else. Man, upset recovery training in progress. 28 seemed pretty smooth. I'll tell you what. Let's climb my rack. Let's just level at 28. 28 might be the way to go here. Alright, we're staying in heading mode. Come back up to 28, a few hundred feet. Good thing it hand flies wonderfully, because that was wild. The first one I think was me, because the trim ran all the way down. I looked. I'm actually scared to see if it's bound that way. Alright, let's go. Autopilot engage. Heading, altitude. Climb back up real quick. There we go. Get back up to 28, please. Okay, that'll wake you up. 100 miles to go. Everything's fine. Systems wise, engines are fine, temps are fine. Nothing got damaged. I'm gonna go radar control. Is weather and turb is on. I am not 100% sure what happened there, but I think we're okay. Yep, McShiggity, what's up, my man? Good to see you there. Sorry, dude, I just got super distracted about around the airplane here. I'm just trying to recover. We had a massive upset. I think we're okay, chat. All is good. All right. Let's get a little bit more power in there. 750 ITT, isn't that like max? Is that like max endurance? Alright. Resume your regularly scheduled programming. Ah, look at the colors. Whew. Okay. I love the Starship. Bound at axis and nose, except my trims. I had to use default sim bindings. Using axis and nose, use trims. The trims run all the way out no matter what I do. Really, RP Gamerist? So you're saying there's a you have something with the trim in axis and nose? I'm only asking because I run my trim for the Brunner through my Brunner software. But I don't know. I mean, I was hand flying the second upset and everything was fine, so there's a bit of a mess in the back of the plane now, just saying. Sorry, Kelly Simmer, I spilled your wine. We'll get you fresh. We'll call the FBO and get a bottle when we land. Wow. All right. Vodka says I fully understand how it works, but someone who's never used a computer or mouse designed it. Glad to have you here for the ranting of the binding of controls in 2024, Vodka. Always a pleasure. RP Gamer says if bound in X and nose, if I trim up, the trim runs all the way up. So when you just press, there we go again. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chat. 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 We're cooked. I got no I can't get my, it's my yoke. It's my yoke. We're done. We're done. We're done. My yoke, I can't reconnect my yoke. Wow. Okay. So, no, it's something with my Brunner, man. I couldn't even pull up the... Yeah, it disconnected. My yoke just disconnected and it wouldn't let me reconnect. I literally looked away for a second to reconnect my yoke. Well, that was terrifying. And that's really a shame because I really wanted to complete that flight. That was terrifying. Guess we should shut it down. Niche hardware putting us into a mountain, 100%. That was 100% niche hardware. My yoke disconnected and we just nosed over. I think that guy's onto it because the yoke handles trim. I think this is the igniters. That's because the auto ignition is on. Interesting. Well, Mickey G, thank you for the $10 super chat, my man. He says, DCS C130 when? Oh my goodness, I gotta get DCS installed on this computer. That would be sweet though. Hey, look, we're up on top of it. Look at the modeling. We could chalk it in the wheel well. Oh, we'll have to see, Mickey G. Once you convince me that there's only one peak, then maybe we'll do it. Oh, this will be a good screenshot right here. Well, we really don't have time to redo the whole flight, so Civil Air Patrol's on the way. Grab the fishing rods, hit the lake. I don't even think there's a lake around here. Where did we crash? We right in the middle. We're actually, yeah, there is a lake, AJ, not too far. That's a bummer. I'm so pissed. That was such a beautiful flight, and then we got cooked. Niche hardware cooked us on that one, guys. Niche hardware. Let me take a picture for the record. How do I go down in this? There we go. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to Nick at Blacksquare. Be like, so, why am I getting runaway trim? I'm getting an unrecoverable runaway trim. MH60 inbound. How'd it go, guys? I love that more people just flock in when there's a catastrophic event. Oh no! Hey, at least my alert box is
Well,
working.
gee, this seems like as good as time as any for an eggnog latte. Who's in?
Kelly
Well,
Simmer, I am in. I am in for an eggnog latte. We're gonna pick up an eggnog latte, and I think we're gonna have to do our 7-3 stream here in a little bit because yeah, this ain't. We're cooked. Golly, that's so frustrating. UH-1 checkout. I do love flying the UH-1. I don't have my stick set up though. All right, I guess we'll end it here. Go. Chat. Let me see what Philanta said. Nothing? No, it's just we have us ended there. End flight. I'm pissed. Look at the stickers. Oh, yeah. Not to be towed. Skin panels installed. Do not use ferrous screws or magnetic tools. See maintenance manual. Wow. Well, it's still the best turboprop that we have. It's just we have a niche hardware problem. Look at that. I guess we're going to have to rest. We're down to one flying Starship now. Did you set Captain Minnesota? Let me set chocks for you. Alright, chocks set. Well, actually, can I deploy? Oh, the battery's off. I'm going to try to lower the gear. This is how an angel dies right here. Alright, guys, we'll catch you on the next stream later this afternoon. I'm sorry this had to end like this. It is what it is. I think Team Vodka jinxed us with the cave in here. We'll end this one, and I'll research my problem here with the Bruner, and then we'll have to pick up this flight, try to accomplish it again. So, until the next one, I'll see you this afternoon, and then back in the T-Line. No replay. See you guys.